A slight breeze had penetrated the Hylian's mere thoughts, as the Twili had made her first step onwards an illuminated pathway. Amber steps had manifested themselves in the void. Zelda, the royal princess of Hyrule, who observed the event with great caution, at the woman who was once imprisoned by a depraved curse. Throughout the conflicted months of sorrow and pain, however, Midna was free, alas. It was all thanks to a benevolent man who once grew up as an innocent farm boy in the lushly forests of Orden Village. Thank you, a melancholy voice echoed throughout Link's mind, as she came to the sudden realization how Midna's crimson-like hair had waved across her fulvous eyes. Almost enchanted by her flawless beauty, the boy in the viridescent tunic couldn't help but feast his sight at her in awe. The curved patterns on her dark, cerulean robe would enlighten in the midnight sky as the sun had slithered away across the horizon. Whilst the twilight had vanished within the hours of dusk, the bright stars had somehow illuminated Midna's vibrant appearance. Although he rarely had spoken, Link acknowledged that perhaps now was the time to change the inevitable. He knew what Midna was attempting, yet it was her who truly understood that light and dark could simply not coexist. The Hylian took another deep yet calm breath as a slight sense of grief had perplexed his mind. His sorrow would whoosh away in these winds, and it was them who reached Midna at the other side of the architectural mirror chamber. She felt it too, with an immense amount of despondency. Link, she whispered silently, as she closed her eyes, in an attempt to imagine a world that was bound to neither realm of existence. It was certain, Midna, the Twilight Princess, had to return back home to ultimately protect her citizens from utter harm. Her affection to this boy, whom she met at her most desperate hour, however, was stronger than any bond in this universe. Even the shards of arbutus ground could not separate their emotions from certain absence. The rather confused Twili then sealed her fulvous eyes with a slight sense of responsibility. For it was this certain concept that had left her unexpressed. Within these moments, when time itself had stopped to preserve Midna's last moments with Link, she acknowledged that the Hylian deserved to gain knowledge of these emotions. Link, the woman in the robes, had announced. She hesitated once more, whilst the microscopic tear had sparkled towards the lunar mirror that had separated the light from dark. As this liquid had met with the assembled shards, molecular interstices had shattered across the surfaces of the portal. See you later, the Twili responded in a serious tone, in an attempt of masking her revealing sentiments. Without hesitation, the hero of light, who was displayed in these viridescent attires, raised his hand in a rather sickened manner. Within these moments, his stomach had twisted into knots, knots that were filled with joy, happiness, and compassion. They were then suffocated with the mere pressure of fear of losing the one he cared most about, Midna. Alas, the Hylian man of Orden Village had manifested himself by the means of oral movement. Throughout these countless years, he spoke for the first time. Midna, he whispered, whilst trying to gain her attention within these last seconds of intimacy. I love you. The Twilight Princess, instead of facing the Shadow Realm directly with a sense of utter regret, a slight smile swam across her pale face. She wouldn't suffer the emptiness of fear, as she knew it was Link who deemed the courage to confront her with an anxious tone. Both of their last moments were shared with direct intimacy, even though the chance of reuniting would decrease. She managed to take another step forward, towards the Hylian, who slightly wept. Do not worry, Link, she responded. I will always love you. The shards broke into many molecular pieces, hence the portal that separated the natural realms had shattered. Midna had disappeared with the dark shadows, but Link with certainty, would never soon forget her flawless presence. Sometimes, in his vivid dreams, he would reiterate what she had formulated. I love you.